What is up, SMT Media Network, folks? It's good to have you guys back for this edition of The Lakers Suck. All right, so they are fresh off a loss to the Houston Rockets. I want to take a look at what actually happened, how things played out, the story of the game, and then kind of looking forward at where the Lakers may be here kind of in the near-term future. All right, so looking at the outcome of the game, the Lakers lost to the Houston Rockets 119 to 115. The Rockets are a good team. They have a very good coach who has them going in the right direction. Really, really nice young core of players. They clearly have something that's working in Houston. And then for the Lakers, they suck. So we're trying to figure out exactly what happened in this game. Well, the Lakers were down by 14 at the end of the first quarter. They were down by 18 at half, but they did make it really close in the second half, and they had a huge third quarter. As I was kind of watching that game, I was able to kind of see they came out guns a-blazing. I think they dropped 40 in the third quarter, and they really did a nice job of making the game close. So nice to see them respond after a rough first half. The Rockets shot poorly from the free throw line. They had a really, really low percentage, and they didn't get to the line as much as the Lakers. That was something that the Lakers did well. They shot better from the free throw line, and they got more trips to the free throw line in typical LA fashion. The Lakers also shot better from three, which is not always the case for the Lakers. Oftentimes their opponents take more and make more. So it's kind of surprising to see this game play out the way that it did. The Lakers were not only better from three, they actually moved the ball. They had more assists than their opponents. And it really doesn't even make sense how the Lakers lost this game if you're just looking at the box score. The paint defense for the Lakers is not good. When Anthony Davis is playing well and defending well, he can help a lot in that instance, but he can't play every minute of the game, and he can't guard multiple players across the paint, especially a team that's got nice, young, mobile talent across their lineup like the Rockets. So the Rockets took advantage of that. The Rockets actually took really good care of the ball. I think they had 6 turnovers. The Lakers had 10. For what it's worth, the Lakers actually, for their standards, took care of the ball. They only had 10 turnovers. But obviously their opponent did better with that. The Rockets' real advantage came in rebounding. They were plus 10 in total rebounds. They had 18 offensive rebounds. That's why the Houston Rockets really won this game. AD dropped 30, 13, and 2 for you, right? So that's a pretty productive game. He did have 4 turnovers. That's something he's got to do better, is taking care of the ball. I think in plus minus, he was plus 7. With respect to Rui, I think he had 13 points. He had a plus 4 plus minus. Austin Reeves had a really good game. He was really fun to watch yesterday. 21 points, 10 assists, no turnovers with a positive 12 plus minus. Max Christie, 14 and 6 at a plus 14 plus minus. And Finney Smith, actually really nice off the bench. He gave you 13 points in 26 minutes of action. Don't connect, 17 scoreless minutes. He gave you nothing. Okay, and that's really what's going on with the Lakers. Their bench is not good. They don't get consistent production from their bench. Braun got you 21 points. He got you 9 assists and 13 boards. So you would think, okay, that's enough for the Lakers to win. You're getting a lot out of LeBron. He was really, really good in the third quarter to kind of speak to that. Candidly, he only had 2 turnovers, which is below his game average. We've seen games where he's had 5, 6, 7 turnovers. So he actually, for his standards, I think he took care of the ball pretty good. 36 minutes of action for Braun. He was the only LA starter with a negative plus minus at minus 13. And that is a testament to his inability to defend consistently. Teams are exploiting LeBron defensively. They're looking for him. They're attacking him. It doesn't matter if the Lakers play a zone. It doesn't matter if he guards the other team's power forward. It doesn't matter. They're finding ways to exploit him. Now, he did shoot the 3 ball very well. 4 of 7 from 3. I think that's great for LeBron. I think that's well above standard for him. He got the team back in it in the third quarter, gave him a chance to win. He was 8 and 16 from shooting across the field. And overall, I think he had a pretty good game for his standards. But the Rocket starters played pretty poorly. And Jalen Green, he got you 33. Amin Thompson got you 23. Those are really the only solid games from your starters. a couple of other moments, but the Rockets bench played pretty well in support in their limited time. But there's something I want to say here, and this is something that continues to be the theme about the Lakers, and hopefully you stuck around to the end to listen to this part. Guys, the Lakers are not built to win these games. They don't have any productivity really coming off the bench. You saw 17 scoreless minutes from Dalton Connect. Your best player off the bench is a guy you just acquired like 2 games ago. Like, they got problems. Their coach sucks. He doesn't really do a good enough job helping his players kind of overcome some of the defensive issues that they have. I haven't really seen them improve defensively. I mean, maybe we could point to say maybe their opponents are scoring a little less, so maybe there's something there. Maybe they're improving defensively, but this is a team that can't beat good teams. Now, I will tell you, kind of going back to the coaching, they have no dynamics on offense. It's really simple. When LeBron's hot, he can get you some points. When AD is healthy in the lineup, he's always going to be a productive player. Austin Reeves is kind of streaky, but when he gets going, he's really good. But that's the dynamics of the offense. They don't have much motion off the ball. You're not getting any additional support off the bench. Like, there's no second team coming in and getting you some added oomph off the bench. It's just not happening. They can't beat good teams. Good teams, competitive teams, tough teams, give them hell night in and night out. They're beating teams like the Jazz. They're beating teams like the Blazers. I mean, it was just the beginning of the year when they beat the Suns and they were 3-0 and all that, and everybody's like, oh, this team's great. They're not. Their wins come against crappy teams or teams that have been depleted by injuries, had guys out of the lineup. They've been blown out by the Heat. They've been blown out by the Cavs. The Rockets played like crap. They still couldn't win. The Lakers aren't good. They have a bad coach. They have an aging star who doesn't play defense. They don't have anything off the bench. They're a terrible team. I don't care about the standings. They're 20-15 based on the opponents they're playing. As they start to play the more successful teams, the better teams, their record is going to degrade. They're currently 20-15. They're 5th in the West. But you got the Clippers with the same record. So are the Mavericks. They're going to jump in front of the Lakers. Kawhi Leonard's back in the lineup. Who knows for how long? But that team got here without Kawhi. The Mavericks, right? Luka is out. They're still finding ways to win games. The Spurs have been winning games lately. They're coming. Wemby is incredible, right? And some of his supporting cast is kind of coming along. The Warriors can rip off some wins. The Timberwolves, they'll be fine. I think they'll start to improve as well. There's a version of this where the Lakers are outside the top 10 by the All-Star break. They suck. The Lakers are trash. Their biggest weaknesses are glaring weaknesses that aren't going to improve. Head coach and defense and a simple, basic, one-dimensional offense. Their season, this is it. What you guys are seeing, this is what it's going to be. The Lakers suck, and it's not changing anytime soon. In fact, there's a version of this. If the Suns start playing better, right, who knows about the Kings? But there's a version of this where the Lakers are outside of the play-in. I don't even want to talk about playoff seeding. I'm not convinced that the Lakers even make it into the play-in, because all it takes is one injury to either AD or LeBron, and now you have completely lost your offensive throughput. They're done. If they miss any amount of extended time, and LeBron's going to miss a game here and there, right, because you got to manage his games and you got to manage his minutes or whatever. He has been logging a lot of minutes, and he's played most games this year. And I'm not wishing AD gets hurt. I think AD is one of the most incredible players in the league. He's an imposing defensive player and a very good offensive player. But he has a history. There's a version of this team that ends up outside of the top 10 in the West, and they miss the playoffs, and they miss the play-in completely. The Lakers suck, and it's not changing anytime soon.